Hello everyone and welcome to Decorating with Barbara. In today's video I will be resetting my living room. So you can say that I'm decorating for late winter, early spring, and the reason that I say that is because you might see a few evergreens around and you may still see some pine cones, but then I may bring in some flowers. So I'll be decorating the mantle. I need to hang this picture and then just place a few pillows around on the couch, and I'll be decorating the coffee table as well as the bookcase. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I will be sticking with my neutral color palette. I'll be concentrating a little bit more on brown, a little bit of silver or warm gold. I have a few different metals that I will be using in the room, but it's all going to blend. So stick with me and let's get it done. Okay, so some of you guys might remember these two candle holders from a recent haul. Well, not only are they candle holders, but they can also be used as a vase. They have a nice deep opening. And so I'm going to use the pair on the fireplace mantle, and I'm going to put some greenery and some natural sticks inside. Okay, so the mantle is done, the picture is on the wall, the pillows are in place, and so now I'm going to do a simple tablescape, and then we'll do the bookcase. And so you don't always have to use expensive books. If you saw in my last video, I picked up books from the thrift store. Okay, so next I added the links that I got from Hobby Lobby back in the summer. So that's all I'm going to do for the top, and I'm just going to add a few simple items to the second shelf. Okay, so I have a few items left, and I'm going to go ahead and place these in the bookcase. I have already started with the top shelf. Now I'm going to add in some of the darker pieces and make sure the darker pieces are balanced throughout the bookcase. All right, everyone, are you ready to see my winter wonderland? Alright guys, so I have to say I was going one direction with the decor, but I decided to switch things up and I really like the way it turned out. Alright guys, so before I get into the details, let me give you a little backstory on the living room. We have new family members here that joined us since the Christmas holiday, and so I just want to get everyone up to speed, and I also want to, if I can, just kind of elaborate a little bit on my design style. Okay, so this room is my family room. This is not my formal living room, which some people think that it is. And so when I decorate, sometimes people think that I should decorate in a formal style. People always comment on the leather chair, and they want to know, why do I have a leather chair in my formal living room? And like I said before, this is not a formal living room. this is our family room. I just like a few formal elements. And so guys, I thought the living room would be the perfect room to start with, to give you guys a little insight on my design style and some of my design choices. And so I'm going to start here with the leather chair. And so when I say family room, that means everyone in the family likes to hang out here. This is my husband's space that he is going to hang out in every day, and I'll come in here and join him. And then when the kids come over, they all gravitate to this room as well. Now, because it is a bulky piece, I do like to soften it with this pretty throw for the winter, and sometimes I keep it in here during the summer as well, because we do have the air conditioner on in here and it can get pretty cool. Now, you may be wondering about the table, and normally I would not have two tables flanking a chair. That is not necessarily a good design detail, but someone asked if I could show real life in my home. I think they thought my home was staged, and they said it's pretty, but they want to see more real life things. Okay, this is real life. I would not have two tables here, but in real life, my husband likes to sit here. He likes to eat here, bring his drink here, coffee, whatever, read, go over his bills, and he likes that table right there. Now, from time to time, I will move it around the living room when I'm staging, but today I thought I would leave it here because this is real life. If you want to see real life, here you go. Leather chair and this eating table. And let me just tell you guys this, because I heard someone mention on one of their videos that they take their brown leather chair out of their room when they're doing their videos. And see, I never do that. So I'm really giving you guys real life all the time. And so the leather chair does not bother me. It's in great condition and it is a classic. And one of my favorite stores carries the leather chairs all the time. And that's Pottery Barn, which I am very much inspired by. And so I do try and make things comfortable for everyone. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the bookcase. Now, the bookcase has a lot of things in it that I like to bring into my home as far as textures and colors, which they're all are neutral, but there's a few elements that I do like to bring in the space. And so I think the bookcase has a good representation of most of them. So I like to bring in things like this bowl. It's textured, it's aged, and it just looks worn. And I like to place that next to something that may have a little shine, like the vase. And so shine doesn't necessarily have to be metallics. It can be ceramic, it can be glass, or even something like this crystal, which the crystal has a little shine and texture, and that's why I like it as well. I love this weathered bowl, which I got from Home Goods. I love to have pottery in my bookcases. I think that just adds to the character of the overall look. I also like to bring in artwork and books. And so when I'm styling my bookcase, I do like to thrift some of my items. But the majority of these items came from Home Goods and a few came from Hobby Lobby. So let's talk a little bit about the coffee table and how I styled it. And so I started out in a different direction with the coffee table, but when you're trying to work with things that you have, it is a little more difficult to style your spaces. Trying to use what you have or using some of your thrifted items, it takes a little time to pull it all together. And so if you're having trouble pulling something together, go ahead and just switch up things and just see if something else will work better. And so if you guys have been here with me long enough, you know that I do a lot of thrifting, and this living room is full of thrifted items. And so if you guys are interested in a tour of some of my thrifted items, let me know, because I enjoy doing that video. I've done it a few times in the spring, and so I would love to do another one coming up for the spring. And so let me know if you guys would be interested. Okay, so you know I thrifted the little C table that came from Goodwill, as well as this coffee table. And then in one of my last hauls, I shared this little knot, and I asked you guys if you knew which one of my items came from the thrift store, and it was this knot, even though it originally came from Home Goods. And so this little tray was thrifted as well, and I really enjoy looking through the thrift store because there's so many treasures, so many things that people just give away that can be reused. And so I thrifted the fabric on the white pillows, and I had my girl from Angelic Interior Designs make a pair of pillows for me. And the fabric is an ultra suede, and I really like this. And so I'm not bothered by the light color in this space because she made slip covers or pillow covers, and they can easily be taken off and washed. And so guys, because I had the light color on the table, it can look a little spring, but I did want to make sure you knew that it is winter, because as you can see, there's snow on the ground. And so I did add a little fur just to kind of cozy things up a little bit. And I had this piece cut at Hobby Lobby. And then of course the flowers are beautiful, but to keep them from looking too much like spring, I did add some faux cedar branches, and I think they are beautiful as well. I thrifted this candle, and you know the twisted candles are very popular right now. I think it may have been the color, maybe the reason someone sent them to Goodwill, but it works out perfect for me. And if you guys have seen some of my tours, then you know that I have a whole nother family area down in the lower levels. And so that's why I pretty much call this the living room, even though technically it is not the living room. And I just love the way the room came together, and it's very comfortable and cozy. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing my Winter Wonderland family room / living room. I surely enjoyed sharing it with you. So the room is partially winter, and I have brought in some items that I will use for spring. So make sure you guys come back so you can see how the room transitions from winter to spring. And so if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all at my next video. Bye-bye.